love. Have you ever went into a divorce court and saw people argue about getting their love back?
Oh,
Have
good.
you ever seen somebody say, I want half my love back? Have you ever seen DJ Envy? You ever been in a divorce court and see somebody say, I gave him 20 years of love. I want half my love back.
Marriage is a really cool thing, right? You know, I mean, again, it's as long as you take all that God stuff out of there. Marriage is just pretty much making it work with somebody else. You know, marriage is saying, yo, I believe in you enough as a partner that I want to give you the security of knowing that I'm not just going to run out on you. Also, it means I'm going to legally attach you to all the good stuff that I have going on. In the military, a girlfriend can't get benefits, only a spouse. Or on certain policies in the civilian sector, I believe, you have to have that title of spouse. So being married only means that you believe in that person enough to go through the trouble, because, you know, certain things are an inconvenience as far as, you know, financially and whatever else. But it's saying, I believe in you enough and you are worth me taking all of these extra steps to provide you with all of these good things I have, or not just being one-sided. It's both two parties saying, I want to open you up to all this good stuff I have going on. And marriage also means, you know what? You're a solid person. Let's build together. Let's make this thing work. That's what marriage is. All that lovey-dovey, God found you or gave you to me, yada, whatever. That's why marriages don't last, is because people start dealing with all that nonsense, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, listen. That's not what we came here for, right? We came to talk about this ring situation. Because this topic speaks specifically to the beginning process. This is referring to the people that don't even make it there. That's what this episode is about. I just wanted to kind of clue you all in on what marriage is actually about, not all that other fluffy stuff you try and make it about, right? So check this out. This conversation we're talking about, and I've had it happen to me, so I can speak from experience, right? This is about a failed, I guess we can call it a failed engagement, right? Because once you propose to someone, you are engaged. So you propose, you know, blah, 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 I want to marry you. Oh, yay, blah, 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 we're going to get married. All right, so whatever happens after that point is what I'm talking about. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So you're engaged. I don't care how long it is, right? And then the other person or the party, or well, let's just say the man or the woman. Let's just keep it simple. So the man proposes to the woman says yes, we're all happy, yada, yada, yada. Now you're engaged. For whatever reason, for the man or for the woman, the engagement gets called off. The wedding gets called off. You're no longer getting married. What are we doing? If we call off the wedding and the wedding isn't happening, that means the woman with said ring need to go ahead and get that back. That's what today's conversation is about. And it stems to so much more than just let me get my ring back, right? Because you talk to the right woman, or the wrong one, I should say, and I guarantee she's listening to the stream like Mario's tripping. No, I'm not. You're just that type of person that I'm referring to. But anyway, check this out, right? We were going to get married, and I'm just speaking for the perspective of whatever guys in this situation and me at the time, right? We were going to get married. So I only did certain things with the intention of us getting married. If we were just together, just kicking it, or we just knew each other, I wouldn't go buy a wedding ring or a wedding set just for no reason. If I'm at home and, I got a refrigerator full of food, and this might be a bad one because there's people out there who just eat just to eat. But if I have a refrigerator full of food, nah, we're not going to do that one. If my house is furnished, I'm not just going to go buy another refrigerator just because, right? I'm not going to go buy a set of crutches just for no reason. They have to be purposeful purchases. right? So I'm only going to buy crutches if I'm hurt, if I can't put pressure on the foot or the leg or the knee, whatever it is. That's why I'm going to buy crutches. I'm not going to buy crutches just because. Mario, what point are you making? This one's pretty easy, right? I bought that wedding set with the intention of us getting married. That is the only reason I bought this ring. Regardless if it's your fault or mine. The wedding is off now. Let me get my ring back so I can go ahead and reset that debt or that investment back to zero. The wedding's not happening anymore. Go ahead and give it back. Any woman in this situation, right? I want you to ask yourself. I want you to pause right here and ask yourself. If you've either been in that situation before, or if not, just imagine you're in that situation. Are you giving this man his ring back? The answer should be, now, because not all of you said it, the answer should be yes, I'm going to give that man his ring back. For any of you who said, no, I'm not giving it back, you're immature. You're lame. You're dumb. Yes, all of those words. You are all of the above, especially immature. You want to know why? Because there is no viable reason why you are keeping that man's ring aside from spite. I don't care if he cheated. I don't care if you cheated. I don't care if you all just didn't get along. I do not care the reason. There is no good reason to keep the ring if the wedding is off. It is very selfish of that woman, and because that's the instance we're speaking in a regular, a heterosexual, relationship. There is no reason why that ring should be kept. Now, in my situation, right? In my past marriage, we ran into a situation. I can't remember what it was. It was probably my fault. Y'all, if you listen to the podcast, I was on something back then. But it was my fault. But we were still, I was still trying to call it off. We were doing our final argument and all this other stuff. So I was just like, okay, this is the point where she should be offering to give me the ring back. She hasn't done it. All right, so I'm going to wait till, the absolute end of this whole evolution, and then I'm going to be like, so what's up with that ring? So sure enough, she didn't say it, so I asked her, so, all right, so you could just give me the ring back. No, I don't want to give the ring back. Excuse me? This is not a request. It's not. The wedding is off. Give me the ring back. I was only giving it to you with the intention of us being married, of you bearing my last name, of us having children, of us getting a house and building all these things together. None of that is happening anymore. Any woman that chooses, especially my ex in this situation, any woman that chooses to keep a man's ring when the wedding is off, especially if you called it off, you're immature and you only want to do it to turn it in and keep the money. That's what you want to do. You want to turn it in and you want to get the money for it. I'm not willing to accept. I usually am open for a two-way street, but I am not accepting anything less than you're immature and you're keeping that man's ring so you can go turn it in and get money for it because you're spiteful. That's what it is. You're doing it because you're upset at whatever the circumstances are and you won't turn it into him. There are certain things, right? Because somebody can be like, Mario's a slippery slope. No, it's not. There are certain things that you do not return. And I'm glad that this came to be a topic, right? Now, because somebody would be like, well, what about all the other stuff I gave you? Blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that. The pestomologist is about to break it all down for you right now. All right. Now, in the same situation, give that man back his ring. Now, as far as any gifts he may have given you, right? So let's talk about, obviously anything perishable, that thing is gone. If we're talking about a vehicle, that vehicle is gone. I don't look, whoever it is, right? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That vehicle is only gone if that other person maintains the payments, especially if your name is on it. Let's say it's only your name, right? That vehicle, that's funny. That's funny, right? Actually, it's not funny because here's the fix right now. If it's in your name only, and the other person, even if they're maintaining the payments, the only way you're keeping that vehicle is if the person switches it over. If there's a way to switch it over to the other person's name. If not, I'm sorry. That car is gone. And the only reason it's gone is because I don't want to be responsible for anything you do at that point, because you and I no longer have common interests. You don't care about my well-being. So why would I want to attach my name? Why would I want to attach my name to something that you can turn up on me at any point in time? And I've had that happen. Had the situation, got the exit vehicle. She decided to not make payments for almost a year because she was upset at me. And our relationship had been over months, almost a years at this time. But you're still going through whatever, so you're trying to make me pay for it. I told y'all, this snake in my family told me no good deed goes unpunished, and that is very true. So in that situation, let's clarify again. If your name is on it and you bought it or leased it, whatever it is, for this other individual, that car is gone if they're not willing to switch it to their name. I'm turning it in. You're about to lose out on transportation. If you are willing to switch it over, I don't care what you do at that point, because I'm going to switch it over and it's your debt, no longer mine. However, if both of your names are on the vehicle, even if you put money down, even if you were making the monthly payments on it, right? That car is gone, bro. You would be immature to be sitting here trying to take the car back, especially if both your names are on it, right? And they're now choosing to make the payments. What you do in that instance, you just take your name off, let the debt be completely theirs, if that's allowed to happen. If not, then y'all got to go through civil stuff to make sure you are no longer responsible. Either party cannot be attached to anything material, because children, come into play. Nothing material, because of the fact that people are people, and they will people on you at any point in time, and they could possibly try and turn up on you. All right, so that's done. Any clothes you have given to either party, those clothes are gone. Stop trying to recoup clothing. That's childish. It's very childish. Next thing. What else? What we said? Clothing. If you're paying somebody, no, because y'all should be living together. Anything perishable, I said gone. We broke down how it is with cars going. Jewelry, it is the same thing. That jewelry is gone, bro. That jewelry is gone. The only one we're not talking about is this wedding ring, because that's completely different. Because that's contingent upon something. That's not a gift. I don't care who tries to break it down. A wedding set is not a gift. It is contingent upon a marriage. And that's why it is called a wedding set. Stop playing with me. Anyway, it's Dr. Umar said this, right? He said that a wedding isn't based off of love. Like the primary whatever of a relationship is not, or of a marriage, is not love. Because he said people don't go in the courtroom and say, I want my love back. I want, what Dr. Umar said, he was like, I want my 10, 12 years of my love back. They don't. When people go in there, it's about material things, and it is about finances. That's why I tell y'all, you have to go into a marriage based on solid qualities that were there before you got there. That's how you choose people. But again, we're not going to get off topic. I'm going to get back on that on another episode. However, y'all have to learn what and what not to accept or expect back at a split. A wedding band has to be given back, or a wedding set has to be given back. Shoes, clothes, all that material stuff, it is gone. Anything of major value that still has a debt out open on it, that can be turned back in, or that can be defaulted on to hurt the other person, nah, you got to switch it to your name or you're out of there. Remember, when you break up, let's be adults. Please, let's be adults.